Every story appears ordinary till you see the core side of it.
And what you're looking for is the story behind the news.
We bring it to you from Lagos, the commercial capital of Nigeria.
Giving you all sides and political stories round the clock.
Every detail from the start line to the final whistle.
CoreTV.
A very good evening to you. Welcome to CoreTV Primetime News. I am Omotayo Alo. In our top stories tonight. Thank you so very much for joining us tonight. Now the news in full. And we're starting with the Rivers State, of course, which is very much around the corner, the Rivers State election. And tension continues to mount in Rivers State as the oil-rich state prepares for rerun elections for Senate, House of Representatives and State House of Assembly this weekend. Former Governor of Rivers State and Minister of Transportation Chibuike Amechi is relocated to Rivers State for the March 19 polls. The minister says he is in the state to lead his party, APC's campaign and assist security agencies to forestall violence. Rivers, once a hotspot of the Niger Delta crisis, has witnessed brutal politically linked killings, including beheadings in the past few months. The All Progressives Congress, APC, says its members were targets of the killings, which it blames the Rivers government and the ruling People's Democratic Party, PDP, for, while the state government denies saying the assassinations were carried out by cult groups fighting for supremacy. So much activity ahead of the Rivers State governorship election. And now we're crossing live to a man on ground in Rivers State, Nelson Ajay. He'll be bringing up to bear on the latest in Rivers State as residents in the area decide who would fill up the positions, of course, opened in the Senate, House of Representatives and State House of Assembly now, and this is coming even with the recent killings and violence in the state. Nelson Ajay, good to have you join us this evening. And so would like to hear from you, what are the things happening in Rivers State? Of course, the security situation in the state most importantly.
Well, the security situation in the state is calm. So far, you have heavy presence of military personnel everywhere. As I speak to you right now, there are lots of army, police, and other security agencies on ground for tomorrow's elections.
Okay. And, you know, looking at Rivers State, you know, the Omoko killings comes to mind, and even the very fresh one of a young man just about over 20 years of age beheaded just yesterday in the state. Now, what is the disposition of residents in Rivers State? How willing are they to come out and vote with the recent killing?
Well, despite the tension in the state, I spoke to some residents today, and they expressed optimism coming out tomorrow to cast their votes to exercise their franchise rights tomorrow on the election day.
Okay, and you said that there is very good security presence. If you are going to do your maths, what's the average number of policemen deployed to that area? Of course, being a place filled with high tension when it comes to violence and the rest.
We have over 6,000 to 7,000 policemen in Rivers State as I speak to you right now.
6,000 to 10,000 policemen?
6 to 7.
60 what?
6 to 7.
6 to 7,000 policemen. Okay. And so how about the electoral materials? How early did they get to the state? Distribution, how did it go? Is everything going in place for tomorrow's exercise?
Yes, all the sensitive materials have been distributed to all the local government area under tight security. This evening we got some news that some materials were missing, but the INEC resident commissioner, Anyeri Oduak, came out to debunk such allegations that it was just a mere mix-up, that nothing happened.
Okay, and now with the influx of APC supporters, of course, the former governor of Rivers State, Rotimi Amechi, had a grand entrance in Rivers State this evening. What are people saying, political observers? What are their comments on the preparation towards tomorrow's exercise?
Well, their comments, everybody right here in the state right now is preaching no violence, free elections for tomorrow. Since the political gladiators are really speaking hard on the elections.
Okay. And so politicians, what statement are they making basically in that area?
Well, they are all very optimistic that they will win. Some of the APC members are very optimistic that they will win to come tomorrow. And some of the PDP members as well, they are quite optimistic that they will definitely come out victoriously come tomorrow's election.
Okay. All right. Thank you so very much, Nelson Ajay. We hope to get more updates from you as we monitor the event tomorrow. And so away from the Rivers rerun election, displaced persons in the northeastern part of Nigeria now have, of course, to smile as the federal government kickstarts the process of returning them to their villages, towns, with the commissioning of logistic support for the police. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo, while commissioning the vehicles, armored personnel carrier and all the logistics, says the federal government is determined to re-equip the police and establish its importance as the lead internal security force. Correspondent Kozim Kasali completes the story.
The use of the Nigeria Police Force Army for the safety and security of Nigerians, especially those in the northeast.
With this commissioning of vehicles for use by the police by the Vice President, the critical step to the re-establishment of civil authority and the return of criminal justice system to the northeast of Nigeria was taken. For the Vice President, the federal government is doing its very best to re-equip the police and establish its primacy as the lead internal security agency.
Also another clear statement of the determination of the federal government to equip the police as part of the broad repositioning strategy directed at restoring the Nigerian police force as the primary law enforcement agency.
Chief Justice of Nigeria, in his goodwill message, says the police, with the launch of the vehicles and the inauguration of the police legal building, has taken a major step towards a rule of law-driven policing.
Definitely, with enhancing this very strong wing of the lawyers in the police force, I'm sure the congestion in various prisons will be very soon, I think, will be passed.
Inspector General of Police, while welcoming the Vice President and other guests, says the police leadership seeks to continue to build the capacity of its officers and men to ensure the achievement of the objectives of the present administration.
The police as an institution is strategic to the protection of the invaluable life of its citizens, just as it is a critical factor in the advancement of legitimacy of the states. This explains why every police manager strives to enhance the institutional capacity of the police agency towards attaining its sacred mandate within the internal security landscape of the country.
Chairman of the Police Affairs Committee in the House of Representatives and the Senate, in their goodwill messages, commended the leadership of the force for efforts aimed at repositioning the force. They, however, called for more budgetary allocations to the police to expand its horizon. Kozim Kasali, CoreTV News, Abuja.
Members of the Benue Parliamentary Caucus in the House of Representatives slammed President Muhammad Buhari for downplaying what they describe as the genocide happening to the Agatu people in the state. The 11 members say they decried the lukewarm attitude of the federal government towards the jihad that has been waged against Benue people by Fulani headsmen. The lawmakers for the state add that it is disturbing that every planting season is heralded by serial attacks by these Fulani headsmen who also return during the harvest season. The Kaduna State government has once again advised the people of the state to report any suspicious persons to the security agency and be security conscious. In a statement signed by Samuel Aruwan, spokesperson to Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, churches and mosques should maintain necessary security measures, especially on major days of worship, particularly Sundays and Friday, while authorities responsible for places of mass gatherings, such as markets, shopping malls and parks, are also directed to step up security, while visitors to such places should be vigilant and cooperate with the security procedures. And it's also in Kaduna State, Governor Nasir El-Rufai has ordered school pupils to resume after the Easter break. The governor, who posted this on his Facebook page on Friday, notes that although Good Friday and Easter Monday are recognized public holidays and are mandatorily declared by the federal government, it does not necessarily signify the close of an academic term. He also notes that most school management are in the habit of rushing students' academic calendars, forcing them to commence the second-term holiday break ahead of schedule. El-Rufai describes it as falsehood and baseless blackmail to suggest that schools must end the second term before Easter. The Kaduna State helmsman insists that the school term is not a religious issue and that since schools resumed for second term on the 18th of January, they must complete the 12 weeks in April, adding that Kaduna State will not curtail its school term to 10 weeks. And still in Kaduna State, troubled by the impending decision of the Kaduna State government to demolish their homes, the people of Bayi Villa community in Chicken local government area of Kaduna State have been protesting to compel the state government to rescind its decision. The protesters, who are mostly women and children, say they acquired the land from the rightful owners of the farmlands many years ago, but are alarmed that the Kaduna State government is going to render no less than 3,000 families homeless if its plans are carried out. Our Kaduna State correspondent tells us more in this report presented from our studio.
Leave us alone! Leave us alone! Leave us alone!
The news they've gotten is not cheering from whatever perspective you may want to look at it. The impending demolition of their homes, which they've lived in for decades, would soon go under the weight of the bulldozers. That is why their voice for the Kaduna State government to temper justice with mercy is getting louder and louder. Addressing newsmen shortly after the protest, the chairman, Gbagi Villa community, notes that the Gbagi people have inhabited the disputed land for hundreds of years. He maintains that the creation of the community is legitimate and that the occupants are the rightful owners.
I'm Nasir El-Rufai to please come talk to us. Come visit our community. Come and inspect the physical facts on the ground. We believe you will agree with us that Gbagi Villa deserves protection, not destruction.
Some residents of the area plead with the Kaduna State government to suspend the action, as most of them don't have any place to live in if their houses are demolished.
We are protesting because we want to protect our household, because we have the right for shelter. You see, we are Nigerian, we are law abiders, so we can't see the point why the governor will have interest to come and destroy the livelihood of people. We voted in, but what we expect from him is for development, not for destruction.
We have over 3,000 houses here. Today, Erufai is threatening to come and demolish the houses. So we don't know where to go. And most of the people that are here, they are retirees.
All our entitlements were used to erect a small building that we are in right now. So coming to say that he's coming to demolish this structure is like ending our lives.
The community is appealing to President Muhammadu Buhari to impress on the Kaduna State government the need for a change of heart, as they call on all advocates of justice, peace, fairness and human rights to thoroughly investigate the matter so that justice can prevail.
Traders of the popular March 12 market have expressed joy over the order given by the Lagos State government that the market be reopened after the March 3rd mayhem that occurred in Agility Midon area of Lagos. The mayhem, which recorded the loss of at least 6 persons and property worth millions of naira, led to the closure of the market. According to the State Commissioner of Information and Strategy, Steve Ayoride, the state government ordered the reopening after a series of meetings between the governor and stakeholders. Sarah Ayeko visited the market as soon as the market was reopened. A report.
Mile 12 market was shut for 14 days, a period during which the Lagos State Governor Akinwumi Ambode, the Oba of Lagos, Rilwan Akiolu, and the Commissioner of Police, Fatai Owosheni, took turns to meet with the representatives of Maidan Agility residents, as well as Mile 12 Market Traders Association, with the objective of resolving the issues that led to the March 3rd violence in the area. Relief, however, came on Thursday, March 17th, with the state government's pronouncement.
My 12 market has been reopened, and you know that we have had series of engagements with the leadership of the market, with all the stakeholders, the Yorubas there, the Hausas there, the Igbos there, the Ijaws there. We have had series of meetings, and they have pledged their loyalty to the administration of Governor Akinwumi Ambode.
What is next for those in Agility Maidan area?
Those are things, you know, there are recommendations that were made to His Excellency the Governor. Everybody that deserves to be compensated, that deserves to be seen or rewarded, it will be done in due course.
The reopening of the Mile 12 market is indeed a welcome development.
We have now agreed to work together. You know, normally we look on ourselves as enemy and friend, but now this issue, this occurrence has brought us together. The need for unity, the need for cooperation, irrespective of the ethnic, religion, and any bias.
You ask some women, they are outside. Some may tell you they are from Agege, some may tell you they are from Alabarago. They are here just to earn their living. So that's why the market is so important to Lagos State.
The area has since come alive with trading activities.
Now that the market is open, you can see people who come to the market and buy things. Unlike before that, we buy things at the street and it's very costly. But now, things is okay. Things is okay, and government really tried.
2 weeks after the closure of the Mile 12 market, Nigerians, especially Lagosians, are very happy that the market has been reopened by the Lagos State government. However, we hope that peace will reign in this community. Sarah Ayeko, CoreTV News, Lagos.
After the break, we'll bring you a story of the recent ruling by the Code of Conduct Tribunal, putting March 24 as the new date to rule on the President of the Senate trial. Do stay with us and we'll bring you more.
Mommy, more. Where would I be without you? Now you be my best friend. Now you be my sister. Now you be my mentor, and you are still my mama. Mama na kay nakatay. Kibani doya de wake. Mama no lazy. You help me reach my big mama. Now you wash my infant head. Oh,
Show your sweet and caring mother how much she means to you. Celebrate her with the special Peak Packs. Peak, it's in you.
Didn't know that was an A.
Join the Airtel family today and then get 5 times the value of every recharge. Recharge with *555* PIN hash on the Airtel network and feel at home. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Good to have you join us again. You're still watching CoreTV Primetime News. A quick reminder of our top stories. And for more of the news and information, do visit our social media platform, facebook.com/CoreTV News, our Twitter handle @CoreTV News NG. You could get more on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/CoreTV, space and news. The Management Committee Chairman of Just North Local Government Council, Farisa Aze, has been condemning the spate of fire outbreaks in a domain and is calling on the relevant agencies to sensitize the general public on measures to prevent fire outbreaks. The details.
Farisa Aze, who was speaking when members of the State Emergency Management Agency paid her a visit, says her council has suffered enough fire outbreaks this year alone. Fire has scattered the Gadabio markets and Jos Main Mosque, all in Jos North Local Government area.
Not only in Masalasi Juma we had fire incidents. We have several of them in Jos North. And we are planning to go out to sensitize our community about the fire outbreak.
While on an on-the-spot assessment of the Jos Main Mosque that was razed by fire last month, the Executive Secretary of SEMA expresses worry over the extent of damage done, which it says would have reduced if the necessary steps had been taken.
From what we have seen, we've gone together with other stakeholders. Indeed, the level and the magnitude is so high. A lot of devastation, property burned, even structures that we've seen have been destroyed.
Chairman of the Jos Main Mosque that was razed has made a passionate plea to the government to assist them in the rebuilding process.
You tell our people to make always to be vigilant about the situation like this.
Poor awareness was also adduced as recent fire outbreaks are on the increase in Jos, the capital city of Plateau State.
President of the Senate, Bukola Saraki, is again asking the Court of Conduct Tribunal in Abuja to dismiss the 13-count charge of false asset declaration preferred against them by the federal government. Saraki, through his lawyer, Kano Agabi, is arguing that the tribunal lacked jurisdiction to entertain the charges on the grounds that the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice has no powers to file the charges. Chairman of the tribunal, Danladi Umar, has fixed March 24 to rule on the application after entertaining argument for and against from prosecution and defense counsel. Judiciary correspondent Basil Okafor has more in this report.
Saraki in his motion is equally contending that the Code of Conduct Bureau denied him a fair hearing for not inviting him when it noticed breaches in his asset declaration form. His lawyer cited a case involving the former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, where the same tribunal dismissed charges against him on the ground that the Code of Conduct Bureau failed to invite him before instituting charges against him. But the prosecution counsel, Rotimi Jacobs, is urging the court to dismiss the motion, saying that it constitutes an abuse of court process. He, however, described the motion as absurd and ridiculous, insisting that the issue Saraki is raising has been decided by the Supreme Court.
We are contending that the tribunal does not have jurisdiction. They are saying it has. We have argued that. And the tribunal has adjourned for ruling to the 24th of this month. On the 24th, we will know whether we are right or they are right.
It's not for the counsel to criticize the judge. If you are not pleased with any decision, you appeal against it. So I've tried once, somewhere else it worked, so it didn't work here, probably because they were brandishing the word jurisdiction. That with the court, without jurisdiction, the court will not be able to do anything. So the court felt that, the tribunal felt that, well, let's resolve the issue of jurisdiction first.
After listening to the argument of both parties, the Danladi Umar-led tribunal adjourned till next week Thursday to rule on the application.
The Supreme Court today gives the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, the nod to prosecute the former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, on a 107-count corruption charge. The charge borders on the alleged complicity of the erstwhile governor in money laundering and illegal diversion of public funds to the tune of 5.6 billion naira. Kalu was alleged to have perpetrated the fraud while he piloted the affairs of Abia State between 1999 and 2007. Though the anti-graft agency docked him before the Abuja division of the Federal High Court on July 27, 2007. But for the past 8 years, the defendant, through various interlocutory applications, frustrated moves by the prosecution to open its case against him. Meanwhile, following refusal by the trial court to squash the charge, Kalu took the case before the Court of Appeal in Abuja. The appellate court, in unanimous judgment, upheld the competence of the charge, arguing that the High Court was constitutionally empowered to exercise jurisdiction on the trial. While upholding the Court of Appeal's verdict, Justice Sulaiman Galadima, who delivered the lead verdict, says the Apex Court is satisfied that the former governor has a case to answer pertaining to allegations that were levied against him by the EFCC. The 6 accused kidnappers alleged to have kidnapped 3 girls of Babington Macaulay Junior Seminary College in Ikorodu, Lagos, have been remanded in Ikoyi prisons by an Ebute Metro Chief Magistrate Court. Chief Magistrate Adelaja ordered that the accused should be remanded in prison pending the advice of the Director of Public Prosecutions. Adelaja then adjourned the case to April 25 for legal advice. The accused, Emmanuel Arigidi, Gift Pius, Fred Omoni, Geoffrey Owe, Sheil Akonji and Shegun James are facing a 5-count charge bordering on conspiracy, kidnap, possession of offensive weapons and robbery. Workers of National Hospital Abuja have threatened to embark on an indefinite strike by noon on Sunday if its management fails to meet their demands. Acting under the aegis of Joint Health Sector Union, JOSU, the workers made this known in Abuja at the end of a 3-day warning strike tagged Work to Rule. The warning strike was to draw attention of the hospital management to pay the teaching allowances of its members on grade level 7 and 8 since 2013. JOSU is comprised of the Medical and Health Workers Union of Nigeria, the Senior Staff Association and the National Association of Nigerian Nurses and Midwives. The secretary of the association, Alalade Faramade, who read the union's resolution, expressed worry that the chief medical director of the hospital did not show any concern towards resolving the lingering problem throughout the warning strike. Kano State Governor Abdullahi Ganduje says his administration is focusing on rice production to cushion the effect of national economic downturn in the country. Ganduje stated this while briefing State House correspondent after a closed-door meeting with President Muhammad Buhari at the Aso Rock Villa. Abiola Oluwole has the details.
The economic challenges facing the nation is no doubt making it imperative for states to explore ways of shoring up revenue for developmental purposes. Agriculture is gaining attention from government at all levels due to the free fall of global oil prices. Addressing journalists, the Kano State governor says he was in the Aso Rock Villa to brief President Buhari on what his administration is doing to revive domestic rice production.
I assure you, even now, you can have pyramid of rice in Kano, because even when we had the National Council of Agriculture, we visited one rice mill whereby hundreds of trucks were being evacuated, taken to Lagos.
Ganduje also says reconciliatory efforts are ongoing to resolve what he called a political misunderstanding between him and the immediate past governor of the state, Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso.
Yes, there is conciliatory, and it will work, so that we have been together for long, political friends, we are political brothers, and therefore we ensure that we don't allow things to continue to fall apart like that.
According to the governor, the amnesty program of the state government is assisting to ensure effective security in Kano State. From the presidential villa in Abuja, Abiola Oluwole reporting for CoreTV News.
And still on developing the nation's economy, stakeholders in the manufacturing sector have projected that to resuscitate Nigeria's economy, there is the need to collaborate with the rest of the world so as to create an enabling environment for a healthy trade system. Speaking at a meeting between local and foreign manufacturers, Director General Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, Remi Ogumefon, highlights the imperative of networking with both local and international investors for a robust economy. Sarah Ayeko reports.
The Manufacturers Association of Nigeria, MAN, was established in 1971 to serve and act as a central point of reference for government and others who seek the view and reactions of manufacturers on matters of socio-economic importance. And for some years now has organized a yearly expo to showcase locally made goods and promote export trade. The importance of the sector to the growth of any economy makes it essential for constant discussions on its development.
The whole idea of this kind of expo is to bring people from different parts of the world to come over here, and we can learn from them about their new machines, what are they doing, how are they using their own processes, and what can we learn from them.
Although MAN boasts of about nearly 2,000 companies in both private and public sectors, many more industries are folding up due to harsh economic realities.
We are not the operators, we are not government. We are not government. What we do is an advisory role to advise government on what they should do. Okay? The situation in Nigerian manufacturing is not what we expect it to be today. We believe that it should be better. It should be much, much better than what we have now.
We should have been trading more than that. If you go to EU today, their trading activity is more than 60% among themselves. So what we are aspiring to as a country and as ECOWAS generally is that more trading activity should happen between member countries of ECOWAS.
It is hoped that better collaboration with industrialists in Africa will yield more productivity for the Nigerian economy. Sarah Ayeko, CoreTV News, Lagos.
Members of the Afro Heritage Broadcasting and Entertainment Awards Committee have called on the Lagos State Government to review the ruling of the Court of Appeal over the case of Nollywood actress industry Fabrisima. Fabrisima, once Miss Nigeria, had on 26th of February 2006 driven and ran over a vehicle, resulting in the death of a Lagos doctor, Giwa Siraj, on the Lekki Expressway. Speaking at a press conference in Lagos in solidarity with the jailed actress, The committee pleaded with the state government to reconsider the 5-year jail sentence and settle for compensation to the family of the bereaved. Sarah Ayeko has more.
Over 10 years of legal battle, and the embattled president of the Actors Guild of Nigeria, Ibn Abofi Beresima, gets slammed with a 5-year jail term by the appeal court sitting in Lagos for manslaughter. The development has generated widespread sympathy for the actress, with entertainment industry rising up to stand with their own.
Whatever she has done, whatever she might have been accused of, they should just please let them just forgive her.
I'll use this opportunity to just appeal to the state government, because Lagos State versus Ibn Abofi, it's not the family itself, to look at the case again and try as much as possible to align with the cries of the people.
The discussion also considers the image of the Nigerian entertainment industry, otherwise called Nollywood, in the Committee of Nations.
We have a long way to do. I think if we can take out indiscipline, corruption, and a couple other things, I think we should be better. But there's a lot that we need to look at. The big picture, But the number one thing that we need to deal with now is corruption.
Entertainment industry is a big industry. Right now, what we really need is their support, especially in the area of piracy. They should support us to stop piracy. You understand? It's really killing our business.
Amid scandals associated with Nollywood, none is of higher penalty as that of the former beauty queen. Sarah Ayeko, CoreTV News, Lagos.
We take another break, and when we return, we'll bring you a story from outside Nigeria, as Paris attack suspect Salah Abdulsalam has been wounded and arrested in raid in Brussels. Stay with us.
Join the Airtel family today and get 5 times the value of every recharge. Recharge with *555 *PIN# on the Airtel network and feel at home. Airtel, the smartphone network.
Thinking of how to send goods to anywhere? Think All-Seal Mail Services. Our courier and logistics is world-class. What of your travel needs? All-Seal Travel and Tours can handle everything from ticketing, hotel reservation, and more. All-Seal Mail and All-Seal Travel and Tours, subsidiaries of Orchard Security and Investment Limited, All-Seal. Visit us today.
Good to have you join us again on the Foreign Scene. Paris attack suspect Salah Abdulsalam has been wounded and arrested in a raid in Brussels. The suspect, who has been on the run since the attacks in November, was wounded in the leg as police moved in on a flat in the Molenbeek area. Abdulsalam, a 26-year-old French national born in Brussels, had lived in Molenbeek before the 13 November attacks. He is believed to have returned to Belgium immediately after the attacks, in which 130 persons were killed. Abdulsalam was one of 2 men arrested in the raid, which came after a tip-off of Belgian police force. French President François Hollande and Belgian Prime Minister Charles Michel left a meeting of EU leaders in Brussels on migration amid news of the raid. Russia says its warplanes, the EU and Turkey, have reached a deal on the migrant crisis, which will see migrants return to Turkey in exchange for aid and political concessions. Under the plan, migrants arriving in Greece from midnight on Sunday will be sent back to Turkey if the asylum claim is rejected. In return, EU countries will resettle Syrian migrants living in Turkey. EU leaders have welcomed the agreements put by German Chancellor Angela Merkel, warned of legal challenges to come. Some of the initial concessions offered to Turkey have been watered down, and some EU members expressed concerns over Turkey's human rights record. Since January 2015, over 1 million migrants and refugees have entered the EU by boat from Turkey to Greece, with more than 132,000 arriving this year alone. Tens of thousands are now stuck in Greece as their route north has been blocked. And in Russia, Russia says its warplanes are carrying out up to 25 airstrikes a day around the Syrian city of Pamre in support of Syrian forces trying to oust the Islamic State. Defense Ministry spokesman Sergei Rodisko said the Syrian army was poised to defeat ISIS. ISIS militant there. The strikes come days after President Vladimir Putin ordered the withdrawal of most Russian forces from Syria. Rodisko told reporters in Moscow that the Syrian army had also seized key hilltop areas near the city of Aleppo and cut supply routes leading to the ISIS-held city. Indirect peace talks amid resolving the Syrian conflict have been taking place in Geneva for the past week, but have so far shown no progress. An electrician has died after falling 53 stories from a construction site in Los Angeles. Police say the man struck the rear of a car when he fell. The man died at the site of the Wheelchair Grant Center, part of a US $1 billion development, which will be the tallest building on the US West Coast when completed. Officials from the construction company say the man was not supposed to be above the third floor and had removed his hard hat. The floor from which the man fell has an 8-foot security barrier meant to protect workers and prevent tools and materials from falling out of the building. Investigations into how it fell are ongoing. The construction company says work on the project would not take place on Friday to honor the workforce and out of respect for the victim. And now to the world of sports. And in sport now, Arsenal ladies have completed the signing of Nigeria international maxwoman Aishat Oshoala. The 21-year-old striker spent the 2015 season with Liverpool, where she became the first player from Africa to feature in the Women's Super League, scoring 3 goals in 12 league appearances for the Reds. Arsenal manager Pedro Losa says the capture of the Nigerian will greatly boost the side's quest for victory. And we have that Liverpool defender John Flanagan has signed a new 3-year contract after finally ending his miserable run of injuries. Flanagan's current deal was due to expire at the end of the season after he was given only 1-year extension following 20 months out with a knee problem. The 23-year-old made his comeback in the FA Cup third-round replay at the home of Exeter City in January after an absence of 619 days and has impressed in his 4 appearances since. Away from that, Stoke City goalkeeper Jack Portland has signed a new contract that will keep him at the Premier League club until 2021. Portland, who was already committed to Stoke until 2019, has cemented his place in the starting lineup following the departure of Asmir Begovic to Chelsea during close season. Stoke are 9th in the Premier League, 3 points clear of Chelsea, with Portland keeping 10 clean sheets in the campaign. The 23-year-old has also been included in England manager Roy Hodgson's squad for pre-Euro 2016 friendlies against world champions Germany and Netherlands this month. Veteran Athletic Bilbao striker Actress Aduris has been rewarded for his stunning form at the age of 35 with his first call-up to the Spain squad for the first time in 6 years as Chelsea's Diego Costa was dropped on Friday. Coach Vicente Del Bosic named a 25-man squad for Spain's final 2 friendlies away to Italy on March 24 and Romania 4 days later before he names his final squad for Euro 2016. Aduris' 31st goal of the season booked Atletic's place in the quarter-finals of the Europa League on Thursday at the expense of Gary Nevel's Valencia. And just before we go tonight, a quick reminder of our top stories. And it's a wrap on CoreTV Primetime News. Thank you so very much for joining us. I am Omotayo Alo. Have a good night rest.